Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a very active secondary. The Saints are top 10 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against the Panthers, who will be testing that coverage. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Running back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Sharif Floyd makes a stop. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Now it's 2nd and 7. Going to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
When I see Sharif Floyd hit the field, I think of all the potential he has, and it's a lot of fun watching that come to the surface.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Tough spot for the offense, 3rd and 8. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Taken in at the 22. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And here now, New Orleans defensive unit.
Star Tulele is a former first-round pick who's starting to round into form, becoming one of the better run stoppers in the league.
Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left.
Let's go. Ohio.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On 3rd down, Taylor. And he's got his man on the out route. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes.
And work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And now it's 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
They have a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Let's go. Hey.
2nd down, Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Dagger! Dagger! Get ready!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Get ready! Do Jack!
3rd and long for Bridgewater. He finds his target, Fuller. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And an alley to run. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are back within a score. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up, because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go.
They'll give it to him right off the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Second down, Taylor. Oh, a strap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. Second and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
So the offense looking at a second and 8.
Come on, let's go. Ohio.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
3rd down now following the run. Play clock winding down. On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. And he's got Will tied, complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yep. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So they ran against the 4-6 defense. Not only did they run against it, they tried to run it right up the gut.
And that's really not a great place to go when you're running against what is commonly known as the Bear defense, made popular by those great Chicago Bears teams. No place to go right in the middle of that.
And again this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Time to step aside. We're back to New Orleans after this. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. And his kick is good. Tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Well, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second and just 1.
Got his left. Got his left. 3 down. 3 down. Come on, let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And this is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
So it is 3rd down now, but less than a yard to go.
Black round. Black round. Here we go. What? Nothing. What? Nothing. 51 Ohio. Ohio. Let's go. What? Nothing.
Taylor now to throw on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And he's got it up and through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Second down now after the incompletion. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Third down and 5. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to air one out. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So we have reached halftime here. And so this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the third quarter. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Time running out here on the play clock. They snap it at 1. Now it's Taylor. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Didn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught. Up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Let's go.
2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So completion on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd.
Here we go. Man 38. Man 38.
The play clock's running down. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Taylor will throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go on the ground. And he's got this one down to the 10. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So make it 3 field goals for him now. This thing's up a bit.
And I know that offense is on the sideline right about now, checking out the tablets and saying, man, we let a good chance slip away there. We've got to start finishing some of these drives.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Second down, Bridgewater. It's complete to Fuller. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And they'll run it here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, hello, my name is Mike.
Bridgewater now from the 50. He finds his target, Fuller. They get 14 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
6 yards to go here on second down. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go. Tiger. Force. Set. 180.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. And this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
2nd and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So 2 tries from the 2, and they remain at the 2.
And now I'm thinking RPO, what they call run-pass option. Don't just make it a simple running play. Give them a chance. Put it in the hands of your quarterback and see if he can make something happen.
Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. The short yardage man, it's Coleman. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Here comes Grant on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Here we go.
Taylor. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Now Taylor on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tyrone Crawford with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Taylor. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ohio! Come on, let's go! What? 9, flex round! Flex round!
Now Taylor to throw on second down. This will be caught inside the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go! What? 9! Ohio! Come on, let's go! What? 9!
In motion is Fedorowicz.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Taylor. And he whips that one incomplete there. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal now from the 8. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there. That's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here. Brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Back to throw. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Come on, let's go! What? 9! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Saints will have the football back. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They have the lead. Still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now. Just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. Fuller brings it in over the middle. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish.